Hi everyone, Christina here, and today I am so happy to be sharing with you the perfect dressing for any occasion. It can be used as a salad dressing, a sauce, or even as a dip. It's zero waste, raw vegan, cruelty-free, filled with delicious and healing herbs. It's savory, and it is just so delicious. It hits the spot on pretty much everything you put it on. I'm going to be showing you how to use it 2 different ways today. And I promise you that this dressing is so good, it will immediately become not only a favorite in your home, but one that I guarantee you'll be using a couple times a week. I'm gonna jump straight into these recipes today, but first I have 2 quick announcements. And the first announcement is that if you want this recipe at your fingertips, please download my FullyRaw recipe app. It has more than 450 raw vegan recipes in this app, and I've just added this dressing recipe into it as well. There's so many different types of recipes in my app, everything from smoothies, salads, dressings, sauces, desserts, gazpachos, soups, and more. If you're looking for more raw vegan recipes, the app is available for you on both iTunes and Google Play. The initial download is free, and then once you download it, you get to choose between a monthly or a yearly subscription. The yearly subscription gives you access to everything, so I'd highly recommend that. For those of you who are interested in downloading my app, the link is included in the description below. Go give it a download. Thank you. The second announcement I'm going to be sharing with you today is that I'm going to be using my Vitamix blender to make this dressing. I share this with you because my Vitamix blender is probably my most used machine in my kitchen. As you can see, this machine has been loved on quite frequently. I use it 2 to 3 times a day in my kitchen, whether to make smoothies, banana and ice creams, dressings, and more. I cannot live without this blender in my kitchen. It makes the smoothest dressings. You can even make nut butters in here. It pulverizes everything. If you've been wanting to get a Vitamix in your kitchen, whether it be a new one or even a refurbished one, I've included a special link for you below and also a code that will give you a special discount. So jump on that now if you can and take advantage, because this machine will up your kitchen game and give you the opportunity to make so many more recipes, especially raw vegan recipes, and you will have so much fun in your kitchen. Take advantage of the Vitamix sale happening right now. Check on the links below. I'll also put a little graphic on the screen for you, and enjoy. So let's dive into this dressing, no pun intended. About a year ago, I made a video talking about my perfect formula to make the perfect salad dressing. Some of those elements include something sweet, a fat, an acid, an herb, a little bit of salt, and also a little spice. We're gonna be adding a little bit of some of those components into this recipe today, and trust me when I say this dressing is just so epic, you can thank me later. So we're first gonna make the dressing in the Vitamix blender. We're gonna go through each ingredient one by one, and then I'm gonna show you how to use this dressing on a salad and also on some cucumber noodles. Let's get started. The first thing that we're gonna do is add a base into the blender. And if you're not sure what base you want to use, then simply just use 1 cup of water. I'm actually gonna be using the leftover cucumber wedges from my cucumber noodles that I made from earlier. You can see I have cucumber noodles on my table right here. So in order for this to be a zero waste recipe, I'm using the leftover cucumbers as the base of this recipe. And if you didn't want to use cucumber, you could also use tomatoes or another fruit of your choice. I leave that up to you. I'm gonna use cucumber, and I've got about 1 cup of these slices that I'm gonna add in right now. The goal is to have only about 1 cup of this base, and it gives it just enough liquid to help it blend. You don't want this to be filled to the top, and you don't want it to be too overpowering. You want just enough to help it blend. The next ingredient we're gonna add is our acid, and I'm gonna be adding in the juice from 2 limes that I'm just gonna squeeze in here by hand. And you can use lemons if you would like as well. Personally, right now on the island, we have some delicious limes they're just so good. So I'm using the juice from 2 limes. I also find that the cucumber in this recipe is very light and refreshing. It's perfect. The next thing we're gonna add is fresh herbs. And I've actually just gone out and picked some fresh herbs from my garden. And I'm gonna use a mix of 3 or 4 different herbs in this dressing. For me, I always feel that the more herbs, the better. But I want you to pick your top 3 favorite herbs. And the ones that I'm going to use are lemon basil, because I have an abundance of it in my garden right now. Sweet basil, also known as holy basil. I'll go ahead and add those in. Yes, the Vitamix can handle those herbs along with the stems. They'll just get completely pulverized. It's pretty amazing. I'm also going to use a bunch of fresh cilantro. I love cilantro. I mean, I am Latina, so cilantro is basically in my blood. Loving this beautiful herb is in my blood, essentially. Those of you who are Latino or Hispanic, you understand what I'm saying, right? I just love it. You can tell I have a huge bunch of this, but that's just because I love herbs. Feel free to put as much of it in there as you would like. For me, I feel like you can never have enough herbs. The last herb that I'm gonna add, and this is optional, you can add 3, but I'm doing 4 because I really love my dressings to be herbalicious. I'm adding in fresh oregano. A nice substitute for oregano, if you don't want this to be as strong, would be thyme. Sometimes I find that parsley and rosemary can be a little too overpowering, so if you do choose to use either of those herbs, go very lightly on them, because that taste can be super, super strong. I'm going with lemon basil, holy basil, cilantro, and oregano. Herbs have so many healing properties that are amazing for our bodies. Cilantro is known to rid heavy metals from the body. Oregano is a powerful antibacterial, antifungal herb, and the benefits of basil are simply through the roof. They add so much flavor to any sauce or dressing that you're creating. They're really the magic ingredient in this dressing. It's raining behind me right now. I don't know if you can hear it. That sound is just so soothing. It's just so lovely to be in the kitchen right now while it's raining and I'm making healing food. I hope you can feel that through the camera right now, but it's a beautiful and peaceful feeling. Next up, I'm gonna add in 1 clove of garlic. You can add in 2 cloves if you're a garlic lover, and if you don't like garlic, if you wanna add in some spice, you can add in just a teaspoon of sliced jalapeno without the seeds, or you can add in some dried chili flakes. I'm gonna add in a fresh clove of garlic into this dressing. Garlic is also antifungal and antibacterial. It's an amazing cleanser for your body. So now let's get to the fats. I'm gonna be adding in a few different types of fats into this dressing, not too many, just enough to give it that perfect amount of drizzle creaminess that we're looking for. The first fat that I'm gonna add is a tablespoon or less of pumpkin seeds. I have some heirloom pumpkin seeds here. I recommend finding the highest quality organic pumpkin seeds you can find. Pumpkin seeds are amazing to help rid parasites from the body, and they're just such a good fat. So we're gonna add in about tablespoon of those. Next up, we're gonna add in a heaping tablespoon of hemp seeds, which are loaded with omega-3s, which is a healthy fat for your body. I know that there's a big discussion right now about omega-3s and where you can find them, if not in fish products or in fish oils. You can get them through hemp seeds. We're literally adding that into our dressing today, so you're getting all of these good nutrients in one dressing. The third fat that I'm gonna add is raw tahini. I'm Lebanese, I love tahini. This one is also in my blood. I don't know how to say that, but they just love tahini. I can eat it on everything. My tahini lovers out there know what I'm talking about. And this is about a half of a tablespoon, maybe almost a full one, but not quite. I'm just adding just a little bit in there. Now, if you don't like tahini, not everybody does, a good replacement for this would be some sunflower seeds. If you want this to be a seed or nut-free dressing, you could simply add in avocado in place of all of those. Just know that the dressing won't store as long and it will turn brown much quicker. For those of you who want this dressing to be super creamy, or even if you want to make an abundance of this recipe so you can have some of the dressing over a period of a few days, you can also add in some sunflower seeds that are raw. The benefits of this are also really great. Just a small handful is perfect. Now, for those of you who are thinking, wow, that's a lot of fat, I would never put that much fat in a dressing, keep in mind, you don't have to eat this in one sitting. This dressing can last you for up to 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator. So take this amount and third it, right? You don't have to use that much. It's just a great dressing or sauce to have in your fridge at any time to use for any recipe. Last but not least, we're gonna add in just a pinch of pink salt. This is about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit less of pink salt. You can leave the salt out, but I find that it actually helps to bring a lot of the flavors together, especially the lime, the fats, and the herbs. That salt really helps to pull out some of those flavors. So once you have all of these ingredients in your Vitamix blender, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn it on and we're gonna blend, blend, blend. Look how perfectly delicious this dressing looks. Yum! I can't wait to dive in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna assemble or prepare a quick rainbow salad to use as one of the examples of which you can use this dressing. And then I will show you how to put it on some cucumber noodles. So as you can see here, I have a fresh assortment of greens that I just picked from my garden. Everything from kale, arugula, Swiss chard, mizuna, mustard greens, and even some of these beautiful edible nasturtium flowers that are so pretty. I can't wait to decorate them on top. So I'm gonna do a little chopping and prepping, and let's make this salad. Another zero waste tip that I want to give you is that if you ever have stems from your salad greens that you don't want to put into your salad, you can throw these into your salad dressing as well. Just throw all of the stems in there and they will give it more texture and more flavor. Essentially, they're green, right? And maybe not as powerful as an herb, but you can use these in your salad dressings as well. And Swiss chard stems are very nice in a salad dressing. Arugula stems are also really great to add into a salad dressing. They'll give it a nice spicy kick. I have about 6 or 7 different types of fresh organic greens in this bowl. Now greens are where it's at. For those of you who are asking me, where do you get your protein? Right here. Greens are essential for your body. Not only that, but they contain so many of the minerals, the phytonutrients, all of those amazing biophotons that give your body life, bring your body to life, and all that good fiber helps your digestion as well. Greens are where it's at. So I'm gonna start adding on my rainbow toppings onto this salad. I'm gonna add on some purple cabbage. I love purple cabbage. It gives a nice crunch to any salad and it's filled with so many antioxidants. I'm also gonna add in some fresh cherry heirloom tomatoes. You can see I have red ones here and yellow. These are perfect. Tomatoes on my salad are a necessity. Must always have tomatoes on my salads. I also have some fresh large heirloom tomatoes that I can add in right here that are so perfect. I have extra tomatoes all day long for me, and I'll just add those right here. Talk about juicy deliciousness. What a treat. For those of you who are big fans of green onion, I'm just gonna add in just a tad right here on the edge because I'm living life on the edge. For those of you who want to spice it up a little, I've got some spicy kimchi as well as some other different type of kimchi. So basically 2 types of kimchi, 2 very different flavors. These are made local on the island. You can find whatever type of fermented food if you want to add on top here. This is just a nice addition of flavor that you can add in as a topping if you would like. This is optional. Also, for those of you who like a little added extra crunch, I'm just gonna sprinkle on some pistachios. And you know we gotta add in that avocado, right? Just a few slices if you want. How beautiful is this salad? It's so gorgeous. My final touch is gonna be to add in these edible nasturtium flowers just right here at the bottom. They're gonna add so much color and life into this salad. This is just, honestly, it's the most beautiful salad. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. Who wouldn't want to dive into this rainbow deliciousness? I want to dive into this rainbow deliciousness. Another example of how you can enjoy this dressing is by simply making some cucumber noodles with a spiralizer or a carrot shredder, and you can simply dress it on top with some green onions. And also, if you'd like, you can add or sprinkle on top some fresh pistachios. Once you finish blending and once you finish assembling your salad, your noodles, or whatever else you want to enjoy your dressing with, then you can begin to dress it up. As you can see here, I have a beautiful rainbow salad and I'll be drizzling my dressing on top of my salad. You can mix it in however you would wish. And I'm also gonna drizzle the dressing on top of my cucumber noodles and mix it in. This dressing will store for 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator in a sealed tight container or a glass jar. Serve it up, take a huge bite, and enjoy the feast. I absolutely love this dressing and I hope that you will too. I hope that you love this dressing as much as I do. If you are looking forward to giving it a try, and if you've liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button because there is only more deliciousness to come. For those of you who are interested in getting a special Vitamix discount, click on the link below and I'll go ahead and I'll put the code on the screen for you as well. Do not miss out on an opportunity to get a Vitamix on sale. Trust me when I say you won't regret it. I love my Vitamix. I use it every day. It's a household name. If you haven't already heard of a Vitamix blender, definitely check it out. It's a must-have in your kitchen. If you're looking to enjoy more raw vegan recipes, please check out and download my FullyRaw recipe app, available on both iTunes and Google Play, and those links are also in the description below for you as well. Thank you again for joining me in today's video and for being a part of this journey. Wishing you all delicious rainbow salads that fill your heart with so much joy and happiness. And I hope to see you in my next video. Sending you all my hugs and my love.